time to speak to the skipper of the winning side, and that's MS Dhoni. MS, congratulations on the win. Back in the seat and kind of back on course, I guess. Why?
Well, I think it was a very good score to start off. When you put that kind of a score, it's slightly easy for the bowlers to defend. Your question was why?
Yeah, like why? What's different? Why? What have you said? What have you done?
Oh, you mean that way? No, nothing different. When you're in the same dressing room, you keep saying the same thing. So, it's not like when you change the captain, a lot of things change. It's one of those coincidences where we got up to a very good start. We made the most of a good wicket. We forced the bowlers to bowl the areas where we wanted to hit. So I feel, the kind of target we got was a very good one. And after that, you needed some very good bowling because, a bit of dew comes later and it makes it slightly difficult. So the phase that really worked for us was when the spinners were bowling after the 6 overs. Spinners off, try to build up slightly more run rate, the chasing run rate. So we were able to do that, and later on we had surplus run, that we could defend. But with the dew, it becomes slightly difficult. It's not easy that the opposition won't score. If they get off to a good start, they can still chase down 200 runs.
Yeah, you put it together today and compare this game and the way things have gone generally in the way you put games together in the rest of the tournament.
Well, I think we have had quite a few good batting performances. There were a few where we didn't score too many runs, but as I said in the pre-match during the toss also, we have given a couple of overs, that have gone for like 25, 26 runs. And even when you score 200 runs, it really comes down to what, 180 or 175 in 19 overs. So the momentum changes and, the bowlers all of a sudden they're under pressure. So I don't really mind it. You can get hit, but what is important is, try something different. Let's say you're looking for a Yorker. If it's not working, try something different. Don't just think that it will happen. And I've always told my bowlers, you may get hit for 4 sixes in an over, but the 2 balls that you save, ultimately in a high-scoring game, those are the 2 deliveries that will help you win the game. Because a lot of bowlers at times, after getting hit for 4 or 5 sixes, let's just get done with it. No, that one boundary. Even if it's, let's say, instead of a 6, you get hit for 2 4s that can help you win the game. I don't know if they believe in that theory or not, but I feel it works.
Tell me the difficulty or ease, perhaps it is easy for you, of being former captain, senior player, this great big guy in the team who has the captaincy with someone else, and a game's not going according to plan and sort of trying not to give too much advice.
No, that right from the very start, between me and Jadeja, he knew last season itself that he will be given a chance to captain this year. So he knew about it, he got enough time to prepare. What is important is you want him to lead the side, and I wanted that transition to happen. So the first game and the second game, there was a bit more information going in towards Jaddu, but after that, I left it to him, to decide what angle he wants, because at the end of 5, 6, 7 or the full season, you don't want him to feel as if, the captainship was done by somebody else. I was going for toss. So it was a gradual transition where I said, okay, this is what I'll do. I will take care of the fielding angles and everything for the first game, second game. After that, if it comes to me, like, no, you have to decide on your own, because that's the only way you will learn what captainship is. Spoon feeding doesn't really help captain. On the field, you have to take those crucial decisions, and you have to take responsibility for those decisions.
And so how reluctant and how did the conversation go in sort of him coming back and saying, look, MS, I've had a go at this, and I think it's best for us if you take over the reins again. How did that go?
Well, I think what is important is once you become the captain, you have to take care of many things, and that also includes taking care of your own game. And with him, his mind was working a lot, and it's not easy to control your mind. It's the strongest feature, body, physics, all of those things are fine. But once your mind starts working and it wants to contribute more, okay, what's the combination that I can play with? Okay, who can bowl at what point of time? It doesn't really stop. So what really happens is the individual is not able to relax. Even when he closes his eyes and wants to sleep, the mind is still working. So what I felt was, it was having an effect on his game also. When he was going into bat, or when it comes to his preparation, is putting this burden, affecting his game. Because I would love to have a Jadeja as a bowler and a batter and a fielder. Captainship, fair enough. Even if you relieve captainship and if you're at your best, that's what we desperately want, because we were also losing a great fielder. We are struggling for a deep mid wicket fielder. Still, we have dropped 17, 18 catches, so that's a matter of concern.
Okay, and for you, like riding a bike?
Riding a bike is always fun, but these are tough games. Of times with the younger bowlers, you don't really know what they'll come up with. So you have to give them field, you have to talk to them. You also have to tell them, okay, in this field, these are the variations that you can also use. Because it's a very lonely place. Once they have the ball in their hand, they are on their own. It's easy for us batsmen to criticize them at times, but there's a lot of pressure on the bowlers. And slowly, once they get mature, that's the time they start really, soaking up that pressure, and they want to be under the pump. So it's good to see Mukesh doing the job for us. He took a few games, but he's bowling well with the new ball. And also, when they have played a lot of underage cricket and first-class cricket, you can get away with a lot of things. But over here, you can't really get away with too many things. So you have to be very consistent. You need to know what acceptance and honesty is very key.
Okay, well, all the best with that as you go for the rest of the season. MS Dhoni, captain of CSK, I should say, return to captain of CSK. Now, time for the Man of the Match award, and that goes to Ruturaj Gaikwad. Fantastic he was for his 99 from 57 balls. And yeah, he gets a trophy and a check for 1 lakh rupees. Rutu, how good did that feel?
Obviously, it felt good, more good, it has come in a winning way. Obviously, we are struggling with having a winning momentum, so obviously, this knock feels more special for them.
And personally, I mean, having had a season last season where game after game would be standing here and chatting because you're getting runs galore, not so fluent this season, but did it mean more then that you get these runs?
Not really. Obviously, there will be times where, you get 1 or 2 good deliveries and you'll be unlucky here and there. That is key to the cricket. And obviously, with the kind of support staff you have and on the people around, you have that backing and you have that confidence with you doing. So obviously, personally, I don't like to believe in form, because each and every game you go back and you start from zero. So irrespective of whatever you have scored the last game, you have to start from zero. So I believe in that. I believe in starting from zero in each and every game. So that is what it has helped.
Did you enjoy the pace?
Yeah, obviously I like to play more pace because I feel it brings the best out of me. So obviously I like to play.
And some guys, I think last season as well, some sort of had a look and said, if we're trying to get Ruturaj out, we're going to go sort of over the right shoulder sort of thing. Yeah. Is that something you've gone and worked on? Is that something you sort of sat here today and expected?
Not really. Obviously, there are some kind of balls where, bowlers don't have much upper hand. They have just 1 or 2 deliveries going for the shorter stuff. Have 3 or 4 balls going into the over. So that is how you have thought process around it. Because, obviously, not many bowlers who bowl that fast and bowl that short enough. And obviously, whenever, if they bowl in first 3 balls, obviously I have the upper hand in the last 2 balls as well. So obviously a lot of thought process in it, but obviously, yes, I've worked on it.
Much talking with Devon as he was sort of started slowly and you got out the blocks very quickly?
Yeah, I was just telling him, just take your time. It's just your second game, so obviously you can take your time. But, as I've played here, it's my home ground, so I know this wicket, I know this ground. So I was just chatting with him that, if you keep going, it will be much easier for you as you keep getting it. So you will be able to get big strokes going forward. So just keep yourself calm and get going.
Yeah, well played today. It was great to watch, and hopefully next time the cherry on top.
Yes, thank you.
There you go, Ruturaj Gaikwad with a wonderful 99, and he's man of the match here. That's it from the presentation.
Yes, a very good innings indeed. So the wash-up of match 46, 202 for 2 was always going to be a tough ask here for the Sunrisers. And you look at Gaikwad and you look at Conway and a wonderful opening stand of 182. And the chase, the reply, 189 for 6. There were glimpses of it, but really when Williamson and Abhishek got out, there wasn't enough from Markram and co. Poran was not out 64, and Chowdhury with his 4 for 46, he did a sterling job with 2 and 1 over. Super Kings by 13 runs here. So the league table looks like this. Sunrisers haven't gone anywhere. They're staying on 10 points from their last 2